Hello guys. Hello. Welcome back. Oh goodness. This is a video from I don't think so. Foodiebeauty shows us her house tour while eating 4 packs of ramen noodles. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, how small is that toilet with her fat ass? Alright, let's watch this.
Alright, so some people have been asking to see our place, and you know, it's not super fancy.
Yeah, but where's your stuff? I'm sorry, where's her stuff? And that toilet, Jesus, that toilet's not big enough for that humongous body. Where's like your stuff? Like, my bathroom is covered with all my stuff. Okay, anyway, I forgot who I'm talking about.
Or anything like that. You know, there's a lot of flaws. But whatever, it's, I've been trying real hard to at least keep it nice and clean.
So hard.
Regardless of your living space, no matter how big, small, modern, old,
why
whatever
you
live
the
in.
Toilet? What's up with showing the toilet? Like, close your toilet. Good French way, by the way, is you keep the toilet closed. Because if you keep it open like this, all your money will go down the drain. Just a tip for anybody out there. It's a little feng shui. Always keep your toilet seat closed.
You know, we can still all do our best to try to keep a clean space. So I'll just show you a little bit of our living space. We do like to keep some rooms private, just for privacy.
Right, the bedrooms would make it too obvious that the two of you don't share the same bed. It's not without reason she keeps slipping up and calling it my bedroom and his bedroom.
And this is...
I mean, guys, come on. First of all, I can't imagine being in a bed with someone who is over 500 pounds. Like, does she have like a queen size bed that's like, or is it like just a mattress and box spring on the floor kind of deal? Like, because I can't imagine a woman of her size sleeping on a regular bed. Like it's got to be bigger. Like, if she's sleeping on a full size, he's not sleeping on that bed with her. And she just looks like she, you know, between her being a large woman and her having the breathe machine, that just seems like a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, we know you have 2 bedrooms. Like, don't be...
You know, one of the bathrooms. This is the one that I use.
One of the bathrooms.
And yeah, just thought I would show you a bit of that. And a little bit of the kitchen.
The bathroom that you use? Oh no, Gall. I've seen that tub before. Salah definitely uses that bathroom, at least when you're not around.
And the litter box that I keep very clean. So here is all of those clips.
My god, I get so stressed just looking at that kitchen. Doesn't she claim they use an entire bedroom for storage? Why is there so much random shit everywhere? You can't move around in there without knocking something down.
Yeah, there's just way too much stuff in this kitchen. Like, this kitchen is god awful. Like, I guess you could get a step stool and put things up in a shelf. Like, can you add a shelf or get one of those rolling shelves or something? God, there's just things everywhere. I feel like I would feel like a bull in a china shop, and I'd just be like, I don't know. It just seems really like crowded. And why is there oil on the stove? Oh God,
hello guys, welcome back to another dinner video.
Why does she have to show us the litter box and the toilet? Isn't that just weird? Oh God.
Today, I just made myself some meatballs in the air fryer, some ramen, which I haven't had in a little while actually.
Another beige meal and not a vegetable.
Not
in sight. How many packs of ramen is that? There's at least 2 in there. I mean, she had to pull out the serving platter to fit her food on there. She could really use some human-sized plates to see how ridiculous her portions would look.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was about to say that, and then they said it. That's gotta be like 3 packs of ramen. And that is a serving plate. Like, I don't eat ramen anymore. No, I'm not being snotty or anything. Like, oh, look at you, you're eating ramen. Just, I try to prioritize my health. And I try not to eat that crap. Like, that stuff is so salty. And those meatballs look like they've been overcooked. Like, Jesus, woman. Like, how many packs do you think that is? Comment below. Like, I'm thinking 3 or 4.
I make the best ramen.
What do you mean you make the best ramen?
You gotta add other things to it, not just the package.
Okay, never mind. That's at least 3 packs.
There you go.
And gold. Usually when people add things to their ramen, it'll be something like a soft-boiled egg, green onions, bok choy, not butter, cream, tomato paste and bouillon cubes.
Bouillon cubes? Alright! Bouillon cubes? Why? And I'm assuming, did you put cream in it? That sounds disgusting. But bouillon cubes are already salty. Why would you put... Oh my god, look at those meatballs. Ooh. Like, bouillon cubes? Bouillon cubes. Oh my god.
Bismillah, beauty bite. Let's have a meatball.
Oh
I love
god.
meatballs. Italian meatballs. So I showed you guys some parts of my home. I don't want to show everything because...
Think of a lie. 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 How can I cover this up that we don't sleep in the same bed?
Some parts of the house we just want to keep private, like our bedrooms and stuff. Harry's room or the spare room is just... It's kind of like a storage room. We don't have closet space here, so it's just kind of cluttered, but it's clean.
Jesus.
I have to tell you my ramen recipe in the pinned comments. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Go back. I want to see the ramen recipe.
I have to tell you my ramen recipe in the pinned comments.
Okay. Indomie recipe. 2 packs of Indomie. That's not 2 packs. Bitch, you're such a fucking liar. That's at least 3. Most 4. And they're seasoning. If I'm using 1 pack, half the recipe. 1/4 of a cup of chicken bouillon cubes. Ew. 1/4 of a cup of full fat milk. 1/4 of a cup cream. 3/4 cups of water. I mean, you use water when you boil the... Why do you have to put that there? 1 heaping teaspoon of tomato... This sounds overly salty and disgusting. Chicken bouillon. Who puts bouillon on everything?
Anyway, 7-Up Zero.
No.
I was thinking of solutions because you guys...
I made a comment the other day in another video that I was like, why get a diet soda if you're already ruining yourself with this junk food? And someone commented, which I appreciate. I appreciate your comments and your suggestions and just pointing things out that I may have not noticed, that in her case, cutting calories in any way she can is probably important to her. So she probably thinks that drinking Diet Cola or 7-Up kind of like counterbalances, I think the word is, or cancel out the calories. I don't know. Maybe she's like the Staten sisters, the 1,000-pound sisters. They were like, we drink Diet Cola. That kind of counts out the calories, like, which was really funny. But I was just so confused. Like, why would you go and get so many calories from junk food and then get a Diet Cola? Like, if I'm going to go to McDonald's, I'm going to go to McDonald's. I probably wouldn't have as much as she has. Like a burger, some fries, and medium soda, and that's it. That's all you need. But yeah, no, I guess it's good for her if she's trying to count calories. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at those demon eyes.
You know me from the villa. When I lived in the villa, my old place, a couple years ago, my place was messy and dirty. Sometimes I would go through weeks of not cleaning properly.
I'm pretty sure that the law like keeps on her about cleaning, because she just seems like a complete slob, and he tries to keep on her about cleaning, but I feel like you could do so much to kind of correct an adult. this, you know, at the whole ripe age of 40. And as I watch old footage from the Canadian villa days, I realized that she's just a disgusting human. And plus, even before the villa, she lived with BB, and they got roaches because of the pizza boxes that she was like refusing to throw out and throwing them in the closet. Who does that? Like the hell is that about? Anyway, so she's a slob. She doesn't know how to clean, and which doesn't surprise me.
Or at all. And then I would do a huge cleanup, like the whole day, make life harder on myself. And now, as a form of self-love and love for my home, my family, I try to keep it clean.
What is
There's
this?
been times where I go through depression and I don't.
No, you don't. Like, you think this is where I'm gonna get a little like, you're gonna be like, what? I feel like she thinks that she's such a queen, like in her narcissistic brain, that she doesn't have to do any of that. Like she, you know, remember a while back she was talking about getting a maid? She was all about it because that's kind of a status symbol, you know? She thinks in her brain she's the catch. She is the breadwinner, obviously, but she's the catch. And she shouldn't have to be doing all that. Like, cleaning? Are you kidding me? That's what peasants do. Meanwhile, as, you know, fully functioning adults, we all do that. We clean our spaces so we don't get buggies and mices and every other thing that can come. Yeah, no, her lying is just, it's obnoxious. And I don't know what this whole, like, trying to be, like mellow and like, oh my god, I'm just like the rest of you guys.
Keep it as clean as I'd like. I never let it get villa level. My husband would never. I want to get to a point where I become kind of obsessed with cleaning, you know? Even as a hobby.
Gaul, you still don't know how to wash your hands. I think you're a long way from becoming obsessed with cleaning. Show us the bedroom and we'll judge if you're truly better than the villa days or not.
I find when my...
It's kind of funny because she doesn't know how to wash her hands, doesn't know how to wash her face. Heck, if we're gonna go there, she doesn't know how to wash her body. I mean, you know, she smells like blue cheese. So her like suddenly being like, oh yeah, I'm like a queening domestic goddess. Like, it's so trad wife. Like, ugh. It's kind of silly. It just, I don't understand it. You can totally say, I don't like cleaning. But you know what? Like, I gotta do it because I don't like bugs. Like, I personally am not like obsessed with cleaning. Oh, never. But I know that if I don't want roaches, if I don't want other bugs or mice or anything, I gotta keep my apartment clean. I live by myself, so there's no one to like kind of push the blame on. So dishes have to be clean, surfaces have to be clean, floor, everything has to be clean for me to be happy. And I like when my space is clean. It doesn't have to be like a big obsession like with her. She just doesn't know how to like regulate her emotions. Like, it doesn't have to be such a big production. It could just be like, you know what? I kind of like my space to be nice and clean. And it doesn't have to be so, like, such a grand gesture. Like, she just doesn't know how to, like, regulate herself. This is where therapy would help, Chantal.
Home is clean, I feel so much less depressed. I know depression can be a clinical thing and it's not always just situational, but there's things that we do that make it life harder on ourselves.
What the hell is going on? Why are you giving advice to people? Girl, you need to go see a therapist. Matter of fact, not just any therapist. You need to, like, stop this whole charade. I think I've said it in, like, 1,000 other videos, but I'm just going to repeat myself. You got to stop this charade of living in the Middle East. Like, literally take yourself home, take care of yourself, and sign yourself into a clinic for your addictions, for your depression, for whatever else is bothering you, what's rolling around in your noggin. I don't think you have any rights of any kind to be giving anybody advice or talking about things like you're some sort of like trad wife, some sort of like guru, because you're not. You're a mess, and that's why people come to see you.
Hello, beauty.
Oh God.
Cameo from King Bee.
Why was she so surprised? Why was she so surprised, guys? Like, she seemed genuinely surprised. Interesting. I could be reading I could be reading into that too much. You let me know in the comments. You always
scared me. So what I
scared
found,
you. I
and
thought
you
he
can
lived
try
there.
this, maybe you already know this, but one trick I do, okay? Because for me, let me rewind. For me, the motivation to keep cleaning comes when I get up and start cleaning something. And I found through this method that it doesn't take much to get the wheels going.
You got to be down real bad if you start taking cleaning advice from this thing. Every other month, when she finally gets up to half-ass clean her place, we'll get one of these bragging videos with a complimentary speech to be more like her. So obnoxious.
So if you're ever not feeling motivated.
There you go. That's exactly, no, I don't think so. Thank you. Because I was trying to figure out the word. It's very obnoxious. Like, it's like, I finally did something. I finally cleaned, but it takes her like a whole month to do it. And it's either blamed on depression or something. I'm like, man, you don't do anything all day. You sleep, you eat, you're online, and that's it. That's your life. Like, you don't have a full-time job. You don't have hobbies. You absolutely don't have any friends. You barely have a husband, a fake one at that. You got nothing to do. You got nothing better to do than keep your house clean. I would expect somebody who doesn't have a job or hobbies or anything else going on to have a clean home. But no, not this one. Even in the kind of like cleanish state that she showed us, I was still like, oh, that's kind of grimy. It looks like it needs a good polish. You know what I mean? Like, I have a job. Well, I have a lot of jobs. And I keep my bathroom so clean. Because you never know when you have a guest come over. And just like keep my floors clean, just vacuum the carpet. Like, oh, when it's nice and clean, I'm very happy. Changes the sheets once a week, you know, like all the regular schmegular things that everybody does. Like, why are you bragging about it? Like, we all do this as adults. Like, it's just, we've been doing this for a long time.
Get up, force it, like really force it. Do what you gotta do. Splash cold water on your face, drink coffee, whatever.
Why is
Get
she
a little bit of energy.
Brand new?
Why don't you apply that same logic to working out? Unless you rather sit there and preach instead of actually doing it.
Let's say you have dishes to do, a whole pile. Get up.
Why do you have a whole pile of dishes?
3 to 4 dishes. Just.
Here's my other thing about you, Chantal. Like, you're the only one there, right? I'm convinced he doesn't live there. He just shows up once in a while. He'll like hang out, probably game, probably pretend like do like, oh guys, I'm here. I do a lot of laugh. You know what I mean? You obviously cooked on this serving platter for yourself. The other day, I don't remember what day, she was using a ladle to eat yogurt. Like, she didn't have enough clean spoons. It's like, it doesn't take that much to clean. After you eat, because you eat all the time, wipe down your, clean your dishes. Because it's not like, my other thing is you're not like cooking all the time. Like, everything's takeout. So how many dishes could you possibly have? Like, if you were cooking all the time and you have pots and pans and other things, I could understand that. But you'll do one like home meal and then the rest is takeout. Like, just clean it as soon as it's dirty. Like, give yourself, like, if you want to eat it and then clean it, just do that. You just let it like leave it in the sink for a while and let it stick. Like, I can't go to bed unless my dishes are clean. That's just me. You can be like, oh, I don't know. I give it a day or two, which is fine. That's not me. I don't want fruit flies. I like my sink nice and clean. I like my dishes put away, in the morning after I've washed them and dried them. The night before. Like, literally, that's my thing at night, before I go get showered and stuff, is to clean my dishes, let them dry in the dryer rack, right? And in the morning, they're nice and dry, and if they're not, I'll take a cloth and I'll dry them and put them away. That's it. It's nothing, there's no, like, spectacular thing. It's just the way I had home training.
3 to 4, or just start with one thing. Clean the counter around the dishes to get it set up to do the dishes.
Oh my God.
Little thing, we'll get that blood flowing. We'll get those.
God, shut the fuck up.
And I thought I would give my. Thought I would discuss something I've been seeing in the news going.
Okay, so this thing is, Let's see what she says.
Viral. This woman, this female rapper, she's suing Lyft for denying her Lyft driver denied her a ride because of her size.
Jesus.
And I thought I would give my 2 cents. Honestly, maybe you don't think I would give this answer, but my opinions have changed a lot on situations like this when it comes to size differences, and I don't think that people should be bullied or made fun of because they're overweight, but I don't feel like the driver was being discriminatory in a bullying or bad way. I think the driver was actually being kind of respectful, and you could tell he felt bad. He kept saying, "I'm sorry." He had a small car, and he was worried about mechanical issues arising. This woman is she's in the 500s. Is what I heard.
You would know that. You would know if a woman was in the 500s, right? Here's the thing. A driver can deny you regardless of whatever the reason. They might not want to go to your neighborhood. They might, you know what I mean? If he had a small car and didn't want a larger woman, my thing is this: if you know you've got a big body, right? You a big girl, a big boy, you should be ordering cars that will accommodate your body, like an SUV. You know, like you don't fit in a little clown car. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm tall. I don't want to go in a little clown car, so I have to be careful about cars I order. The same with like airline stuff. Like, I did a video on J-Bay that didn't do so great, but I might do another one on her. And she's, you know, she's always complaining about, you know, I travel the world and they need to be accommodating to my size. Do they? Do they really? Because you put yourself there, you know? I, on the other hand, I'm 5'10". I didn't put myself in this. I just magically grew. So for me, legroom is a big deal. So I save up and get, you know, premier economy, because that's the best legroom they have. Because economy, I can't fit in economy. Are you kidding me? Even if I'm like in an aisle seat, recently I traveled and I was in the aisle seat. It was economy. It was just the worst. I was trying to save some money, but then I was like, when I came back, I did premier economy. I kept getting hit by the beverage cart, the food cart. Like, my legs kept getting hit by that, and people kept like stepping on my foot because I was trying to sit sideways. Like, just save yourself the trouble and spend the extra cash to be comfortable. Like, really, truly.
Higher 500s, close to 600 pounds. First of all, Lyft drivers have the right to refuse for whatever reason.
Yeah, they do.
Like I said, I don't feel like he was being disrespectful in the way he communicated. So I don't think it's like a to be sued worthy kind of thing. She could have just said like she made the situation worse. She could have just said, okay, fine, and called an XL Uber or a Lyft, which it exists for a reason.
I said the same thing right now, but the thing is, you Chantel, would never do that. You would get really offended. You would have a hissy fit. You would probably turn on your live. You're such a Karen. Like, I don't know why they named you Chantel. You're such a Karen. That you would make a big deal about it. If it's somebody else, you're like, you know, that's their fault. I don't know what is going on in
She could have gotten a bigger vehicle, because you have to be very careful how you talk about these things.
What's there to be careful about? He didn't want her to wreck his small car. It's completely understandable, and there's no reason to dance around it.
For the lawyer to say that it's the same kind of discrimination as denying somebody of a different race is just gross. Now, at one time, I used to think that fat discrimination was like...
You still think it. You still think it. I could see it in your fucking demon eyes. I can't with her. Let's see. She said anything else important?
Are you kidding? It was a small car. It was a compact car, you know? It's not his fault you're that big either. But to compare being morbidly obese to racial discrimination? Are you kidding? That is so crazy to me. Like, get out of here with that. Like, there's no way. Somebody who's born a certain race it's not a choice. And yes, I think...
Okay, where did you get this opinion from? Because this doesn't even sound like you. Sorry, but it just doesn't.
Am I going to fit here? Am I too heavy for this? Am I going to break it? That kind of...
I'm gonna leave it right here. I don't know why she's talking about this. Plus, I'll tell you, you're so boring. Do something with your life. Get a hobby. Do knitting. I don't know, like chew gum. Get some hard candy. Oh, but see, I feel like the hard candy wouldn't help you because you'll just chew it. Hard candy helps me. I suck on hard candy, and that helps me from like not stuffing my face all the time. But I also do intermittent fasting, so I have my cutoff of eating, and I try, and I don't eat that much anymore. And I try to like portion, like this right here, her plate. This was a serving plate. Like, she needs to really, like, if she wants to work on her health, she needs to buy herself some small salad plates, a couple of those, get some forks and spoons, and like really portion her food. I mean, those ramen noodles are the worst for her because she's got like what, hypertension and diabetes, I believe, and plus everything else that's going on in her body. Like, she really needs to, like, the meatballs weren't that bad, right? But instead of the ramen noodles, like, make a salad, or I don't know, like, even if she ate it with like half a pita, like in a sandwich, and got like lettuce and tomato, made like a little sandwich. I don't know, like, just this ramen stuff, no bueno. And I feel like I'm always like talking about her bad eating habits. It's just, I don't know, but I find that interesting that person. I'll look them up because now I want to do a video with them. That woman, that rapper who got discriminated against because of her body type. But it's a lot of the fat acceptance. Sorry to get on this soapbox, but a lot of the fat acceptance say really absurd, ridiculous stuff. Like, being fat is just like being racially discriminated against, and you're just like, what? I'm sorry. What do you say? Like, so I don't know. I mean, the woman is black. Maybe it was racial discrimination, but I don't know the full story. Plus, Chantel's the one who's telling us the story. You know, what? So I need to look it up because I feel like she might be wrong. Maybe it was racial discrimination instead of size discrimination, but who knows? This is Chantel. You can't go to her for news or like cleaning habits or dietary facts. What, are you kidding me? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Love to know your thoughts on Chantel eating 3 packs of ramen and talking about cleaning and not showing us the bedroom, which, you know, it's 2 bedrooms. And yeah, anything else. I just did this one just to fill in the blanks, but I'm just so tired of her that I'm gonna start doing other things. Oh, if you're watching this, you're still here watching this damn video. In my comments, I have a poll going about other subjects that I want to do. So go check that out and please vote. I'd love that. All right, guys. Have a good one and stay sassy.